Donald Trump threatened Iran with war crimes, but Mike Pompeo doesn't see a problem with that. The White House one released 20 more Ukraine-related emails as a classified document. Emails. I saw it. I don't really need to think twice about it. Let me actually calculate it, how quickly I can actually grasp it. This is my mission to actually prove that I'm not really a kind of novice. I was never been actually slower than any other people. And this is very obvious to proving I'm not really being a stealthy. Let me actually calculate more than 100 sentences. And if there is anyone watching it, let me actually, you know what? At the very answer, I'm not being a lesser than the people. No, I was never in no timeline difference. No, so not true. Timeline never made a mistake. No, I had written that urges. Even though, you know, it looks really like this, I actually definitely put it urges. I never actually missed it. The secret to understanding Kamala Harris, I never actually made a mistake. I have never edited it. I have never edited it. I'm not lying. There was no difficulty in terms of... Courtney, I never actually had a reason down. Because I definitely perceive it as a meet the Courtney who actually urges. I had it written down in this way, but it wasn't floated. But that's not really the reason I dropped the Courtney. That was really the reason. President Trump has created the environmental crisis at the border. I'm very confident. I'm not actually slow in terms of time reading. You can actually see, not lying. No. Civil rights reader John Lewis has advanced pancreatic cancer. Sorry. Never actually listened. No, I'm sure. Heroes are from the 2010s and from the Angelica to Dunkin' Donuts in West Haven, Connecticut. 정말 다 보이고 있는 거 맞나요? 시간 진짜 안 좋은데. Are you sure you are actually, able to see everything? I have never actually dropped the tapes. That's not true. I swear to God. The only reason I decided to drop the video was I forgot Courtney. I only actually mentioned the Everts. Mikitini. I said it. That's not really the reason. Not at all. I can prove it. It's really easy. Timeline is really the best thing that I can ever actually do. How Facebook's plan to flag Al Jazeera's media web content became a Middle East Oriental crisis, border crisis, fight crisis, not really border crisis. Border crisis, yeah. How's Facebook's plan to flag Al Jazeera's media web content became for sure. Double check that. I never actually made a mistake. Became. Pronounce it twice to actually verify that you didn't. Oh, you actually last time just put it in this way. Then I've been actually really blamed. I just make sure to actually say it out loud. All of a sudden, how it became a Mid-East Oriental border crisis to actually cause a chaotic situation, to cause almost conflicting war type of conundrum. I really don't mind. Donald Trump is not Richard Nixon, but he's Andrew Jackson. Oh. I mean, you know, I actually said it correct. How Facebook's plan to flag Al Jazeera's media web content became, you know, Middle East border crisis. I mean, actually, those people who've been actually relevant in the structure are sharing their powers to create such, you know, a power struggle. I have already orally mentioned it. This actually opened the door to such an, you know, fight against different countries. They even actually claim a bigger authority to host a show, or even actually, you know, say that this has been accredited to recognize the very stability and dignity of the certain condition. And this type of a system has been the actual crisis of fighting for their greater terrain and influence in the region. That's what I mean. I'm so sorry. But from now on, don't explain it. Just actually move on. Sometimes it would be really distracting. No, never. That's not really the question. I was never in Lee. She don't have a ton of treatment. I was never in Lee. No, I don't want to actually do this very old one. It's high soil. No. I never actually. I don't want to actually do this very old one. This is really from the many years ago, right? Oh, I don't want to do that. I want to actually do this latest one. No, it's never been a donate. It's still not true. I want to actually prove it. No. Then let me actually do something other than that. No. Still not true. Let me actually post this one.